city of joy. There couldn't be a better beginning to my Kolkata trip than this. And this, my friend, is Rasgulla, or better known as Roshagulla. A small packet filled with joy, pretty much like the car we're going to drive today, the Datsun RediGO. And just like the way it looks, there's an interesting history behind the brand. Seeing huge potential in India, Nissan with its global alliance partner Renault set up a plant near Chennai and rolled out the Micra in 2010. Sadly, the hatchback couldn't catch on to the market, which already had established brands like Maruti, Hyundai and even Tata Motors. Making a cheap car for India with visible cost cutting was too much of a risk for Nissan, which is known globally for its quality products. Heading back to its Japanese headquarters, Nissan India drew a new plan. How about launching a new sub-brand of cars specifically for the needs of emerging markets like India? This called for the resurrection of Datsun, a brand which has rich heritage. Soon, Nissan launched the Datsun Go and Go Plus in India at really tempting prices. But still, India didn't warm up to this rather unfamiliar brand. In comes the RediGO to take on the mighty Alto, Tata Nano and not to forget its first cousin, Renault Kwid. The RediGO is based on the same CMF-A platform as the Kwid, but looks completely different. The Datsun is taller and more like an urban hatchback. To attract young buyers, the RediGO gets bright body color and a smart, youthful design. So among the things that we like about the car is its compact proportions that allows it to squeeze into the tiniest of parking spots. It is smaller than the Kwid by about 50 mm, thanks to the shorter overhangs. This, along with higher ground clearance and a cute approach angle, gives it great maneuverability over tarmac and bad roads. And the wheelbase is stretched to make the cabin roomier. The RediGO is taller by 60 mm than the Kwid, making it much more spacious even than the Alto. It's a fun design with swept-back headlamps, narrow front, Datsun's signature grille and a muscular hood. The top-end variant also gets DRL mounted on the front bumper, which could have been a bit more brighter. The side profile is even more interesting with a deep chisel line running across and a strong shoulder line. The back has the taillight positioned high to be easily visible by other vehicles. Sadly, the RediGO will not get alloy wheels even on the top of the line variant. It looks more modern than the Alto and the Nano, but my personal pick would be the Kwid, which has a smart SUV-like design, subtle lines which make it appear more premium. The dashboard design is unique and slightly offset, unlike anything you've seen in the segment. But it doesn't get a touchscreen like the Kwid, and you have to make do with a simple single-DIN music system. You can see that the car has been built for a price, and cost cutting is evident. There's just one wiper, has integrated headrest, and doesn't have any storage space at the back. Talking about storage, the Glovebox is rather small and will be of little use. Moreover, the quality of plastic looks tacky and cheap. There's neither central locking, nor can the boot be unlocked from outside of the car. The taller stance has helped carve out more headroom and give a sense of roominess. The space isn't exceptional, and to be honest, it's still tight. But there is clearly more room here than in a Maruti Alto. For this, Datsun has compromised a little on the luggage space, which at 222 liters is narrower than the Kwid. As you can see, getting in and out of this car is really easy because of the tall by design. There's ample of space, which is the highlight for this car. You can see a lot of cost-cutting measures though, like a fixed headrest, a lot of these body panels that are visible, which show that this car has been made for a cost. Powering the redi-GO is the same 3-cylinder 799cc petrol engine, just like the Kwid, and makes 54 PS of power and 72 Nm of torque. The redi-GO will also get the larger 1-litre engine and even AMT, just like the Kwid, but not immediately. The engine, gearbox and the gear ratio is identical to the Kwid, so it's not really a pocket rocket, and you desire a little more power. Although Datsun claims 24 km per litre, but with my previous experience with the Renault Kwid, which gave us around 13 km per litre, I think this being slightly lighter would give a couple of more kilometers, but nothing more than that. For a small car, the ride quality is really decent. It has a slightly different setup than the Kwid. This is tuned more for comfort and is slightly softer. With 3 hefty men and a trunk full of luggage, the car took bad roads very well without unsettling the car. The steering feels really light and is almost floaty, which is fine in the city and while parking. But on the highway, I wish it had a little more feedback and some more weight. The Datsun RediGO makes quite an impact with its youthful design and aggressive pricing, which is in the range of 2.5 to 3.5 lakh rupees. And for that tiny price, you get a compact and youthful car, and also great looking dashboard and spacious interiors. But for that price, you don't get too many features. But the biggest challenge for Nissan remains to improve the brand perception and network of Datsun.